Jai Bhim, all the dignitaries present here. I, Tejashri Tejpal Mohorekar, along with Mr. Tejpal Jai Singh Mohorekar, presenting before you the historical revealing fact about Mangaon Conference. The conference which has created a history with reference to Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. Conference which has laid the foundation for the social justice movement for the depressed classes. The actual place where the conference took place is the Mangaon, which is situated in the Kolhapur district of Maharashtra state in India. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar's public life began in 1920 at the Mangaon Conference. The conference, which marks the first experiment of social engineering engine in Maharashtra, which took place on 21st and 22nd March of 1920. The conference has been somewhat neglected compared to Satyagraha for the Chaudhar Lake at Mahad 1927. But the Mangaon Conference has played a vital role when considering the Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar's social justice movement towards depressed classes. As the century of this conference has took place this year, so it is necessary to take stock of it in today's context. Before moving towards Mangaon conference, we have to know about the background scenario, enlighten why the situation arose to organize conference before the depressed class. In 1917, Southborough Committee came within 2 years after Dr. Ambedkar returned to India with a foreign higher education. This Southborough Committee had invited Dr. Ambedkar on behalf of untouchables to testify the problems of depressed class before them. Along with Dr. Ambedkar, an upper caste social worker, Vittal Ramji Shinde, who was also been asked to present his testimony. When the newspapers published the proceedings of this committee, Vittal Ramji Shinde's testimony had received significant space, whereas Dr. Ambedkar's, despite his recommendations on reservations and a separate electorate, did not accept it in this Southborough committee. Later, in January 1919, Dr. Ambedkar sent a letter to the Times of India under the pseudonym Ek Mahar on a home rule that getting freedom is not only a birthright of the Tilak but of the Mahars too. It was the pride of the society which was decided by the caste system as untouchable. The newspaper did not publish his letter. These footsteps fell on the sensitive ear of Shahu Maharaj, king of Kolhapur Sansthan. These were examples of the media's prejudiced views under the British Raj. Another notable incident was when Dr. Ambedkar sent Bal Gangadhar Tilak's Kesari a note for an advertisement along with rupees 3 publishing fee. Tilak neglected to publish the note and returned the fees. Dr. Ambedkar was then convinced that the Brahminical media would never consider the problems of untouchables as important and of national significance. Dr. Ambedkar decided that he would start his own newspaper, a weekly devoted to the issues and challenges of untouchables. He named it Mukh Naik, leader of the dumb. In September 1919, Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj, king of Karvir Sansthan, wrote the first letter to Dr. Ambedkar mentioning that the spirit of all untouchables has disappeared these days, and in this, especially the Mahar people, have no touch of self respect. The notion that we are human or inferior to animals revolves around them at a furlong distance, but they don't even touch them. So, from where this issue will strike to their minds? What is the reason for this? I think the reason would be that there is no one who can educate them. If a mother's son is ready to educate them, still they deny this. So, do you take credit for awakening and rescue such backward people? These questions were raised by Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj in his letter. As Dr. Ambedkar, who pre-decided to use his knowledge for the cause of the country, Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj's letter to Dr. Ambedkar may have felt the unexpected support to Dr. Ambedkar's journey. Soon after, on December 17, 1919, with the help of Dattoba Pawar and C.T. Shivratkar, Shahu Maharaj and Dr. Ambedkar's visit came true. Shahu Maharaj has visited personally to Dr. Ambedkar's house at BIT Chal, Parel, Mumbai, and Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj has offered a donation of rupees 2500 to start Mook Nayak, which was a huge amount and a great financial support at that time. It was very important to focus this background scenario while considering Mangaon Conference. This was the first issue by Dr. Ambedkar published in Mook Naik newspaper on 31st January 1920. Let's overview the brief introduction of Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj and his role to support depressed classes. At the time of Mangaon Conference, Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj was known among the prominent people in the country. Under the influence of Mahatma Phule's Satyashodak movement in 1902, Shahu Maharaj cooperated with the social movement by implementing a law giving 50% reservation to the non-Brahmins. His unanimous view of giving a lawyer certificate to Dattoppa Pawar, opening a hotel to Gangaram Kamble, and giving Bhaskar Jadhav a job in the Sansthan. Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj had also played a vital role in the Mangaon Conference. Now let's begin with the Mangaon Conference. Mangaon Conference 1920, named as Dakshin Maharashtra Bahishkrut Varg Parishad. When it was decided to hold the Mangaon Conference, the details of why the place was decided instead of Kolhapur was very disturbing. Due to Shahu Maharaj's socially progressive role, he had to face violent attacks with defamatory remarks. In 1919, some of the congregations tried to neutralize the Maharaja and assassinate him. Brahminical believed that the laws and reforms that Maharaja made for the social change were against them. K.D. Kulkarni had given a call to Maharaja to fly the bomb on him. The head of this plan was K.D. Kulkarni was apprehended and kept in a jail in Bindu Chowk, while Damu Joshi, who was in a jail, had fled the jail and escaped with some of his accomplices. Meanwhile, there was a bomb blast in the Lakshatirtha area in the back of the palace. Kolhapur Sansthan of Regent, the Woodhouse and Shahu Maharaj were visited the place where bomb blast took place. A report of this incident was received by the Maharaja on August 28, 1919. They were upset to see it. The cause of the bomb was the large size of the incidents. If the bomb had fallen on the palace, they would have ruined their entire family. In such an environment, it would have been a bit risky for Kolhapur to attend the conference if this conference been held in Kolhapur or Karvir Sansthan. Shahu Maharaj would have been strongly attacked by the Sanatani newspapers, and it would have been emphasized by the congregations demanding that the Sansthan be subdued by linking this conference with the ongoing anti-British movement. Therefore, it was necessary to take this conference away from the Sansthan. For this reason, the village of Mangaon was deliberately chosen for the conference. Mangaon is situated in the Kagal Jahagir. This conference was entrusted to Appa Sahib Dankonda Patil, a Jahagirdar in the Kagal Sansthan, without being entrusted with any other Jahagirdar in the Karvir Sansthan. This gentleman had a castle, that is Wada, in the Mangaon. From the top floor of the castle, it was easy to spy on the events that took place at Panchkroshi. Panchkroshi, a place from where all the five sides of the village can be viewed or monitored. Besides, he was well known as an independent and highly respected by the people. Therefore, Shahu Maharaj conferred upon him the responsibility of the Mangaon conference. Dattoppa Pawar took initiative and organized a discussion with the activists in Kolhapur to organize the conference. After consultation and correspondence with Dr. Ambedkar, various advice and consent was obtained over letters. Dattoppa Pawar's proposal to invite Dr. Ambedkar as president for conference was accepted by Shahu Maharaj. He not only agreed to attend the conference, but he will also cooperate fully in the conference. Accordingly, The leaflets were printed and distributed. Meanwhile, Dr. Ambedkar wrote a letter to Dadasaheb Inamdar of Kalbi village situated in Miraz Taluka to cooperate the conference. According to the division of work to make the conference successful, committees of activists representing different societies were unanimously formed. On the day of the conference, that is March 21, 1920, Dr. Ambedkar, along with his colleagues, arrived at Kolhapur by morning train. He was accompanied by the Parsi lawyer named Talair Khan. Dr. Ambedkar reached the conference place around 4 pm. A total community of about 7 to 8,000 people was watching their leader at the conference. Dadasaheb Inamdar of Kanbi was played a role as a welcome president of this conference. Dr. Ambedkar's presidential speech began. At the outset, he was appreciated the work of Shah Maharaj. He also discussed in detail how this conference is unique. This is the first such incidence in the Mumbai area, and the enthusiasm for the advancement of our people is equally insignificant. He said, I have accepted the work that Maharaj has appealed to us all. I assure them that I will fight hard to complete this task, but will not stay till the end. The untouchables also urged them to stop eating the flesh of dead animals. The movement should be maintained. Education should be taken for it because without education there is no saving, said Dr. Ambedkar. As a part of diplomacy, Shah Maharaj, who had gone hunting, arrived in Mangaon in hunting costume. He had not only attended the conference but also given speech. At the beginning of the speech, Shah Maharaj referred to Dr. Ambedkar as my dear friend Ambedkar, and thousands of Dalits unisonly clapped and cheered for Maharaj and Ambedkar. Actually, in real, thousands of Dalits were surprised by Chhatrapati Shah Maharaj to refer Ambedkar as my dear friend. Shah Maharaj says to people, you have chosen your true leader, and congratulated him on this. I am sure Dr. Ambedkar will not survive unless you are improved. At the end of this conference, total 15 resolutions were passed on behalf of untouchables, among which resolution number 2 states that Chhatrapati Shah Maharaj Sansthan of Karveer has started the practice of rescuing the excluded people in their state by giving them equality rights. The conference believes that every outcast should celebrate Shah Maharaj's birthday as a festival. Now let's see the impact of Mangaon conference. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar's public life has truly begun with this conference. Dr. Ambedkar has decided that if he wants to become a leader, then he should work for independent business, that is, advocacy and book writing. Chhatrapati Shah Maharaj, those wordings in the speech made at the conference came into realistic. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar went on to make Shah Maharaj's dream come true. Mass excluded community got their true leader from this conference. Later, with great tremendous efforts of Dr. Ambedkar, then become the leader of nation, which was prejudged by Chhatrapati Shah Maharaj in his speech at Mangaon conference. This Mangaon conference shows that Shah Maharaj and Dr. Ambedkar, the new pair, has landed on the social horizons of Maharashtra. As a result, many societies of people, peasants from all societies came together and the first experiment of social engineering started. However, Shah Maharaj passed away in just 2 years after the Mangaon conference. If Shah Maharaj had more life, this experiment would have changed the picture of not only Maharashtra but also to country. Considering the unbelievable and toxic religious environment prevalent among the tribes of today, Shah Maharaj and Dr. Ambedkar, who is planting such a social engineering. The results of Dr. Ambedkar's vision and diplomacy were remembered. With such inspiration from this conference, it is urgent to accept the challenge of creating a happy and prosperous India tomorrow. Hope our efforts made you know how did the conference held and at what situation? Finally, the impact of the conference were highlighted. Thanks one and all.